quick thing, 2 bug fixes. One, go and watch this guy. He's good. All right. Oh my god. Okay, too loud. All right. I fixed 2 things. One was that NPCs. I was supposed to be fixing level stuff, and so I added NPC wizards, the rogue wizards, to all the levels, or well, the levels that aren't the forest. To the excuse me, the dungeon levels. I'm not sure what I want to do with the forest level yet. The other 2 are pretty dang good, probably good to go. But so I added these guys in different spots. Kill them, and then there are chests and shit behind them, so they drop a page spell, and then you get one from the chest too, and all that other stuff too. But the point is that I added these guys. But when I died to one, I noticed that the guy was still walking towards me. I saw him still there. So I was like, wait, are they doing the Dark Souls shit where when you die, the enemy still like walks into you and like tries to attack you and whatnot? And the answer was yes, he was. Why? Because there was nothing telling him to forget dead targets. So he would only lose a target when he no longer sees the player. And I think with the perception cone, when you die, because root motion actually rotates your player like this, so your capsule goes horizontal, he actually doesn't see you anymore, so he will eventually forget. He'll continually walk to you, but he will have started forgetting you, just like if you turned around a corner, but basically you turned around a corner out of his line of sight, like that, so I'm out of his line of sight. He's moving towards me, because he has a rough idea of where I am. I'm right fucking here, but I should be dead. He should know not to attack me anymore. The solution there was to do exactly that. And also I noticed the other thing. I'll talk about that bug in a sec. So I needed to update perception. So whenever we update his perception, that is called whenever the built-in perception system in Unreal triggers and we detect somebody and we make sure that he's a player. This is optional functionality for me to allow them to attack each other, NPCs. I call this function to do the heavy lifting. So if we have gained sight of a new guy, a new target, we only care about the target if it's a player who is alive. We don't care about, oh, I'm fighting you, target. Oh, there's a new guy, but he's dead. I'm not going to switch to him. I should ignore him if he's dead. Therefore, I have an interface that all it does is we go into the player and we return whether the health is greater than 0. Rather, we return if it is less than or equal to 0, because that's if he's dead. So if he's dead, in this case, if he's not dead, if he's dead, we ignore him. If he's not dead, only then do we include him in the rest of the stuff. So we already want to make sure that this new target, we already want to make sure that this new target, the thing that we've seen, is different from our existing target. And if he is he not dead? Basically, is he alive? Then we care about it. Don't start forgetting our current guy unless the new guy is alive, right? And similarly, actually, yeah, that's actually it for that part. See? So this is, yeah, this isn't relevant. Yeah, that's basically it. Only add new targets. So let's say the NPC hasn't seen anybody yet. He's walking around. This is getting called for the first time. Well, this, the value in the blackboard that is the target, we get the value, is null. It's empty because he doesn't have a target. Therefore, the first player he sees would be different from the target, and therefore this would be true, and he'd go. But if instead he's dead, then his first target wouldn't be added at all. So he turns and sees a guy, but he's dead. This will say, yes, true, he is dead. Therefore, this will become a false, which will make this and false, which will make this false, which will not shit. Actually, basically, I think that's fine. I might need to fix something here, but basically he doesn't add new targets if they're dead. Cool, that fixes that. But what about existing targets? What if he sees you and he's following you and fighting you? When in that process, if you're just looking at each other and casting spells, you die from somebody else, what stops him from continually casting spells? Well, I had to go into the service that's in his behavior tree. If I go to NPCs and his behavior tree, we will see there's a service that runs every 10 times a second. And in the really? I double clicked it earlier and it worked fine. Fucking gay, bro. So annoying. Hold. Tasks. Nope. What in the? Oh, that's the casting. Holy shit! What a task. Services. That's what it is. So this service sets all the relevant shit. Basically, are we in range to attack? Should we attack? Should we do this, etc.? It's like the stuff before. It's like part of the stuff that he needs to continually be briefed on. Close enough to attack? Should he just walk towards him? Should he do this? Should he not? Etc. Are we hurt? What's our current health as the NPC, etc. All we do is before we go and say, hey, should we attack the guy and should we do this? Instead, or well, in addition, just created a new function really quick, and all we do is we say, hey, we already have the target actor that we have a target. Every 10 times a second. It's probably too much, but is he dead? If he's dead, just clear him. Then all this subsequent stuff, see, oh hey, the target isn't valid anymore because it's not set. Okay, so we're not in range and we don't have a target, which means when the behavior tree goes to the next tick, it will see, oh shit, target's not set. Oh shit, target's not set. Therefore, if we're hurt, okay, still heal. But after we heal, is the target set? Is the target set? No. Go back to roaming. He's dead. Easy peasy. That fixed it. The other thing was died. At the same time, I realized both of these things. Just by coincidence, just lucky. What's the thing? Logic. When I died to an NPC, the enemy team gained points. Or rather, at least, when I was playing, I opened this up. 2 players, and when I was the other player and I died to an NPC, the other team, the host team, gained points. Why is this? Oh, it's part of the issues with convenience. When I initially made the rogue NPC class, I just copied the character. That's why we get some issues like an extra, like there's a camera in here and other shit that's not necessarily. So that means we have all the same functionality copied. I don't want to inherit from the class because that's not how this is. An NPC should not be a player. It should be separate, but I don't want to redo all the fucking same logic. So, and sure, I guess I could put that in some common place and I could make it work. And I could bring it into here and bring it into the player and handle it differently. But then I have to do all that. I have to handle it differently. Like, there's too much similar about them to not copy and paste. It was just the best way. So, what was the issue? When the other team, or when the people who aren't the host die to the NPC, the host team gains points. Why is this? Oh, it's because whenever you die and you receive damage, we receive the net ID, basically the IP, we'll just say, of the attacking player. That way, we can go and check. We have a little storage area that says each of the net IDs of all the players in the game, which team they're on. Because we need something that says, like, if we have 3 people in the game, we got Billy, Bob, and Joe. On Bob's game and Joe's game, Billy needs to be represented. Like, Billy needs the same username, basically. That way, both of their games know which team Billy's on. If we just say that he's an actor, well, Bob has him as an actor, like saved as an actor somewhere, an object, but that's different than Joe's computer saving as an actor. So we need something that ties them together, something that's the same, and it's the net ID. That's just basically your IP, pretty much, or your Steam, or something like that. I don't know exactly what it is. It's like mine. It's like EH whatever crazy. It's not the IP. It's something else. It's something built into Steam, and apparently your IP doesn't get linked to doing this stuff. So it's not the IP. It's some like unique net ID. I'll call it the net ID. We use that net ID to check to see, for team deathmatch, is the guy who killed you on the opposite team? If he is, or on a different team. If he is, and only if he is, add a point to that team because that point just killed you. If the freaking terrorist just killed you, they get a point. If the Spetsnaz just killed you, they get a point. If instead we're on the freaking Black Ops team and we kill one of the Spetsnaz, we're on a different team, we get the point, right? That's how the points are tracked for team deathmatch. However, what is the net ID of all of the NPCs, huh? Oh, it's the server. It's the host. So the host is basically all of the game is treating all those NPCs as the host. So if those kill anybody and they're not on the host team will get points. So all I did was inside, I didn't have to do anything really. Well, I did a little. I just take this actor whoever is doing the damage. I added that in here. And we pass that along the chain, so it goes from the server to the player, then the player to updating the server. Why exactly? I can't remember. It's been a long time since I implemented this. Basically pass this along the chain of RPCs till we finally send that shit to the server. Or, well, yeah, send that shit to the server. And when, oh, we're in the rogue NPC, the wrong area. Okay, need to go here. We send that shit along the whole chain, pass the attacker object on, pass it on, pass it all the way on until we say, hey, server, game state, server hosts game state, track the points, please. And he checks and says, hey, is the person who did the killing a player? If he is, then check the teams and allocate the points, etc. But if he's not, then don't, because we don't need to track points if you die to an NPC. I didn't. Initially, I was thinking, well, what if I just add a check in the player? So don't even report anything if don't do some of this stuff if you die to an NPC. But that's not true. Well, actually, you could do it that way. I could just not call the kill points and shit. Actually, no, because oh yeah, actually, this is important. Okay, so if instead in the player, I stopped tracking the kill points if you died to someone who's not a player, and I didn't do it. The problem is in capture the flag, if the enemy team, or if we lose control of our flag and then we all die, it's game over for us. So if I die to an NPC and can't respawn, then I can't respawn. I'm dead. So if I'm the last guy alive and I die to an NPC and we can't respawn, then we lose the game, and we should lose the game. I just died. Our whole team's dead, and we can't respawn. So we have to track the points, because tracking the kill points is the same thing that handles the, hey, someone just died. If the game has captured the flag, then check. Are all the people on the team dead? If they're all dead, and they're on, if all the people on one team are dead, then end the game. You need to check this logic. But what we can do is instead, in hold. Wait. But instead, oh wait, actually, I'm doing this wrong here too, because in here I'm checking it too early, so I actually fucked it up. I didn't check to make sure that it's. Well, I thought that it was working. Oh, it was only working a second ago because I did it as the host. The host and the NPCs are on different teams. I could also just make it so that the NPCs don't pass their net ID shit. But I also still need to do this because that would mean that the net ID is still different. No, because that would mean that the net ID isn't on a team if it's null. So if the NPC still calls this shit gets called, and we don't pass the NPC's net ID here. We just leave it blank. It's a blank string. Okay. The blank string isn't going to be on a team, and it's fine. So that's actually, it actually works fine like that. I might do that in a second. So one solution, the easy solution is this. I'm going to do this one real quick. Then I can easily swap it if I don't need to do this at all. So I might just stop telling the NPC to send its net ID. But I could also, right now is the quick solution, say, hey, if it's not team deathmatch, we got killed by an NPC, regardless, we need to check if the game is over. If all the people on the team whose flag is not captured are dead. If they are, capture the flag, game will end and the other team will win. It's one of the team is all dead and they can't respond. But if it's deathmatch, it is not. So we do care. We only want to actually track the points. So this is now the fix. And to check, I'm going to make this have 2 people. I'm going to do 2 people. Then there's bugs that can't fix and don't matter. I'll try and fix them later, but nobody knows how to do it because everybody on YouTube has the same bugs too. I'm going to do the game. I'm going to have 2 people, and I'm going to make it so non-host dies to an NPC, and we're going to see if the other team gains points. Team deathmatch. Oh wait, we need to go back to the main menu level. That handles all the player, the hosting, and all that shit. None of that works if you're not doing it in the main menu. Call. Team deathmatch. Now this guy. Go. Join. What? Oh, here I accidentally clicked back. Muscle memory. Okay. Did it twice because I clicked it once and then went back and it all caught up together. We'll just start the game. Blink. Okay. And now this guy, blink, is going to go over here, freeze, and get in a fight. Okay, we died. And look, no points were awarded because, I can't even see actually. Oh, well, actually, let's see what happens. The false. Oh, it's going to crash now because I pressed escape without leaving the server explicitly. Not an issue for people, I don't think, because you're not going to have, nobody else is going to have Unreal Engine open and all this shit on together. Oh, shit. Okay, good. Good. Arky. What was I just going to do? I lost train of thought. Oh, GG's. Oh, I need to do a little debugging here. Print. Player died to non-player. This needs to be instead and append debug that player died to non-player, and it'll be the victim. 5 seconds. Died to non-player. Nothing else happened. Nothing else happening. Cause TDM. Or we'll say on player in TDM. So nothing else happened. Cool. That's it. All right, time for some Arc Raiders. So that's fixed. But I also need to check really quick. NPC, rogue character. If we're even passing the net ID when we're attacking. We are. So I might just stop doing it. Could go either way. Doesn't matter right now. Like the thing is this, I don't want to just instantly change this logic because I don't know if I'm not going to need it later. Do I care about that idea of I ever do? I don't think so. But there's no harm in doing this because it's either passing a string or not. I mean, I guess I should probably move it. I mean, no, it doesn't matter. It's fine. I'm gonna leave it for now. If I fucking bite it in the ass later, okay, whatever. But so now the shit's working. 2 bugs fixed, and I improved it. Only ignore player death in track kill points if deathmatch was ignoring too early and was going to ignore deaths even if CTF. We care about deaths in CTF even if to NPC because team that can't respawn, if last guy dies to NPC, still loses. Fixed by moving this check basically if died to player after check if game mode is TDM. Sick. Okay, that's it. Bug fix. Bye bye.